surveyed Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois. The North and South Dakota issue will probably be resolved sometime in the future once if it gets harvested or if it doesn't. Right now, it's considered stocks off farm or on farm. We have an issue now with North and South Dakota, but these are supposed to be reflecting any kind of changes we had during the month of December when they first did the survey. I think we had something like 8 or 9% of the crop that could be harvested. So basically, what it ended up, lowering production 20 million. And then they went down there and they lowered the exports 100 million, which was pretty well expected because I got a graph here. I'll show you what's been going on in the export picture. But in order to meet that 2 billion bushel number, we needed to average sales of around 30 to 35 million a week. And other than about 3 or 4 weeks, we've been underneath the 30 million bushel a week average. So actually, unless something picks up, that could probably come down again, maybe another 50 or so. They did leave. Well, ethanol is, I think, pretty well on target at 4.3 for right now. But feed usage in seed and residual is probably high. I think they got plenty of room in there to compensate for damaged corn, or if test weight is an issue. There's plenty of room to kind of account for what we call unexplained disappearance. Actually, they could probably add in 100 million at some point in time, but those will probably be resolved in the June report. Once we get a little better handle on what our actual disappearance is. Now, the March report here, coming here, that will give us our March 1 stocks report, will probably give us a little better handle on feed usage. But those supply-demand tables won't be released until April. On March 31st, they're just going to give us a stocks number. Now, the market will be able to go backwards and try to find out what the implied disappearance is, but we won't get a new set of supply-demand tables of the USDA about the April report. So that's what they did on corn. I think that's pretty much what the trade was expecting. I'm not too sure that's what the farmer crowd was expecting. I think at least visiting with farmers throughout the Corn Belt this winter, both felt the yields were too high. So they were probably expecting a lower number. Now on beans, they didn't do any changes on beans at all. They left planted and harvested acres unchanged. They left the yield unchanged. But what they did, you can go down and see crushings went up to 10 million. Now, that's pretty much what I think all the statistics kind of implied, that crushings could go up 10. They did take exports up to 20. Actually, I think there's room yet to maybe take exports up a little higher than that. Now, what they did now, if you can kind of look at that, they took seed demand down about 5 million. So they compensated a little bit of that increase in crushings and exports. They took seed demand down 5 million. They left residual unchanged, and that residual number is quite high compared to the previous year. So again, USDA does have some slack in that for unexplained disappearance. My guess is over time that number will come down, probably in the June report. But you can see they brought in these stocks down. By doing that, they must have found 10 million someplace. Where did they find 10 million? Oh, imports. They increased imports 7 million, it looks like. So the ending stocks on beans is down to 190. which is quite friendly. If we would have such a large South American crop coming at us, that would be viewed as a bullish report, and it's probably still going to be viewed somewhat bullish the way the market closed yesterday. We were down like 10 cents, I think, and we kind of came back and kind of closed unchanged. So there's nothing bearish in that report. Now, I'd have to look through here to see if they changed the rural production in corn, Argentine, soybeans. Here it is. They put soybeans, Brazilian soybeans at 67 million tons, Argentina at 53. Let's see if they got the total. But that crop is awfully big, at least at the moment. That's something where soybeans market right here, down right there. There. Yeah, they don't get into not missing. What I was wanting to see here is this here kind of shows you what they, okay, soybeans, so they raised it, here's the columns you want to look at. They went up 1 million tons, I guess, from last month. Exports, they took exports up just a smidgen. Argentine crop, basically they left unchanged. The China bean crop is unchanged. Okay, on corn, I guess there you go. See, there's about a 4 million ton increase in corn crop in Argentina. Exports going to be up about 2.5. South Africa really isn't a big deal with that. They did raise that crop up a couple million tons. China crop was left kind of unchanged. So my initial reaction would probably be disappointing on the corn. Probably could be viewed as a little bearish. Let's see what. Do they have any opening calls on here? My guess is that market's not going to. Probably a little friendly to beans. Yeah, whatever. But here it is. They're corn down 3 to 5, wheat down 2 to 4. Guesses that beans would be generally positive, at least for now. Actually, some of my short-term cyclical work right in here would indicate that we're probably looking at a short-term low here. In the market today, might spill over until tomorrow a little bit, but I guess I would be thinking that we could probably stabilize here after the break in corn and then try to rally into next week. As you listen to people's commentary on the radio or read anything, everybody continues to talk about the dollar and how that is impacting commodity prices. And basically, the bottom line is that the dollar strengthens, a